Temur, Ponza, Skydiver, Thieving, Liquid Metal Coatings, and Uros. So what is this list trying to do? Well, it's basically trying to use Thieving Skydiver along with a Liquid Metal Coating package and perhaps even Abrades or, say, Karn in order to destroy our opponent's lands and or take them from them. So, what do we got? This one's going to be the Temur one versus the Grixis one, which we've played earlier. And this one's going to be basically splashing green instead of black for that ramp. Otherwise, they were both blue-red lists. The green gives us Growth Spiral and our own, along with some Renin 6. We have Field of the Dead and Field of Ruin here. Those are some also ways that we can get rid of some creatures as well. Plenty of snow-covered lands, all that good stuff. Lots of lands here. 27 versus the previous one where we were playing a lot less. I almost would like a Singleton Scape Shift here, but for maybe another time. Aether Gust here, Weatherstorm, Veil of Summer, all these brand new cards showing up here, and then a Karn package. Ironically, 27 lands is not enough for this list. We've got a Ghost Quarter as well. With that being said, let's get into our league and let's get rolling. Math Rules, what's up? Let's go. Looks good. Let's roll. When do I bring in Ghost Quarter? No idea. We'll find out together. Let's play first. Probably against like Tron or something. All right, this is clearly a broken hand. Plenty of lands. Let's go. Let's go. Triome, pass the turn. We've got Mystic Sanctuary in here too. This is just it's clear what this wants to be. All right, Stomping Ground for our opponent. Simian Spirit Guide. Burning Tree Emissary. Uh-oh. Am I gonna die here? On turn 1? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm getting whacked. That's a solid 8 damage. That hurt. Down to 12. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to definitely do a Growth Spiral here. We're going to take a point to do that, and then we're going to get attacked for 6. My opponent's going to have our life total. We're going to use Goblin Guide here. I'm not sure there's anything I could top deck here. I'm almost tempted to not let this resolve. Let me think briefly. Renin 6 will not do it. I'll take the 6 again. A Braid would not do it. Would an Uro save me? Would an Uro save me? Gain 3. I'm going to take 2, 4, 6, 8. Go down to 4. Go up to 7. I think we hide the information here. It was too fast. It's too fast. All right, Aether Gusts, Weather the Storm, in. I suppose I could have found a Bolt, maybe. Force of Negations, pretty easy out. I don't mind the Cryptic Commands. We can get our opponent Cryptic Command locked in a way. I kind of like this Chalice. It's an interesting sideboard one. I like the Chalice option here. That was crazy, wasn't that? That was so fast. I'm going to take a Shenanigans out. I'm going to take a Renin 6 out as well. I'm actually going to strip out a land here too. Let's take out like a Scalding Tarn or something. Probably don't need as many lands, honestly. Okay. I feel like I have the luxury of taking some lands out because I have so many. No, Bridge will be off Karn. I'm on the play. We can get to Cryptic and go from there. We'll go ahead and try this. Go get a Triome again. I don't know. We just never get to see those. There's a Bomat. A Bomat. Let's grab this Triome. Definitely not the scariest start here. Hits for 1. We're down to 18. Cool. All good. All aboard. Play Island, pass turn, Growth Spiral into probably Steam Vents into maybe Misty Rainforest here. All right, what do you have for me, opponent? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a fast league. All right, gonna Growth Spiral here. Maybe I find something. Maybe I don't. Steam Vents tapped. I could Skydive the Bomat here as a blocker. That's like not a bad turn. Like put Stomping Ground or Field in. I sort of like that line. Then I get to use this, and I've got a crappy hand, so like use Bomat, right? Do I want to shock in for this? What if I get a basic and then I can have Steam Vents? But I want the Cryptic. We're not going to use this immediately. Kick. Let's steal Bomat. Who's done that? We have. Obviously. Maybe they'll have Simian Spirit Guide. Nope, Bomat is ours. We stole him. All right, let's hope they don't have anything too crazy here. We indeed only just have Skydiver, but this feels okay. I'm liking this. We can do Field of the Dead. We could also do Misty Rainforest here. And if we do Misty, I can pick up Cryptic again. Opponent attacks here. I think I'm going to attack or block. Probably need to block Reckless Bushwhacker in case they have a Tarka's Command here. That way I at least trade. Tarka's Command played. We're at 5. All right, Karn, that great creator. So we're probably going to attack here with Bomat. I'm going to play a Misty Rainforest down, attack with Bomat. This gives me another card underneath this. Because we're going to tap down. And, well, I don't want to bounce this, obviously. Alright, Fiery Islet. I'm afraid to go to 4 here. Going straight to combat. Let's go ahead and tap draw. Tap draw, I can do a Mystic Sanctuary to put this back on top. That does put me to 4. My opponent could have burn here. Attacking for 2 puts me within range of a Tarka's Command and Bolt, and I don't like that. I'm at 2. Puts a land into play. Okay. Well, I'm not dead. Do I just go to 1 here to pick up the Cryptic Command, or do I want to take a random draw? They're going to draw 2. One, two, 3, 5, 6. I hate going to 1, but I think it's necessary, but I don't want Cryptic Command, I don't think. I think I'm going to take random draws here. Grab a Breeding Pool because we don't have that yet. I think I'm going to take a random draw, and I have Bomat to take random draws with too. Growth Spiral. If I do Growth Spiral like this, right? I play Field in. I can play Scalding Tarn, but I won't be able to gain if I have anything else. It's almost better for me to play like a Field of the Dead and then cycle Bomat and see if I can hit an Uro after attacks. When you have a card under Bomat and a fetch, that makes sense. Or maybe just not as versed with the list. Let's go combat here. I like the idea of still putting Field of the Dead into play and then cycling Bomat here. Hitting a Braid. Wait. Oh, that's right. Some of those were their cards. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Some of those were their cards, and they went to them. Is that right? Into their owner's hands. Oh my gosh. We just wrecked ourselves. We got wrecked. That is false. Did they discard too? No, they didn't have to discard. Oh man, I'm just walking away. I'm walking away. I mean, I'm not getting there. My opponent had a really explosive start. What? I was like, oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get 4 cards. I was kind of hoping that they would be good. And then I forgot. Let's play first. All right, let's keep this hand. Come on. We can make something happen. We'll get a breeding pool here. Tilt? Oh, no, 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 no. We accepted our fate there. We realized what we had done and conceded graciously. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Grayus, are you watching? I guess not breeding pool. The Triome's always the answer. I forget this is a thing. We don't play many tricolor decks. Liquid metal coating. All right, that'll work too. Let's go ahead and abrade here briefly. Goodbye, Expedition Map. It was nice having you here. We don't get to play Uro on time because of Field of the Dead. Such a shame. Ooh. Good luck in your interview tomorrow. That sounds exciting. Totally not procrastinating. Oh no, another map. Please, please land. Land untapped, land untapped. I have so many, I have 27. Oh, you are terrible. I wanted to steal. Unbelievable. Even more unbelievable. They got us. I have more lands in this list than the previous list, and I think I hit more land drops in the previous list. I have 8 more lands? That's crazy. Unrealistic. All right, Tower. All right, Tower. What we doing here? What we doing? Making some green. Steal it now? I'll try. I'll try. Chromatic Sphere. I mean, I guess I'm playing like, what, Renin 6 here to get a Scalding Tarn? Because I'm missing my land drops? This is ridiculous. Alright. We can go ahead and do this because now I have a Force of Negation. And I can, what, exile something or whatever this card does? Broken card? Scalding Tarn go. I'm pretty safe, I think, here. Obviously, we're not stealing anything anytime soon. It's true, Freedy. It's true. We don't always draw all the broken cards that we should be drawing. This is the clear answer to why this card doesn't belong in Magic. You won't get to draw your lands. It's impossible. Alright, how big is this creature? Oh no, please be Ugin. Not Ulamog. Oh, thank goodness. All right. We exile blue card. I mean, I guess Skydiver's probably just not happening for a while here. And I'd rather be able to Cryptic Command. I know the whole list is Skydiver stuff, but You gotta play correctly here. And getting Ulamog ready to steal. There you go. Blue Tron Thieving Skydiver liquid metal coating. Steal everything. Doesn't matter how expensive it is. Let's get a breeding pool here. Alright, new Renin 6. That's not very good for us. Let's go ahead and pick up the Scalding Tarn here. We have 1, 2, 3. I could pick the Force of Negation up. I'm not going to play Uro here. I'd like to keep my Cryptic Command available for us for a turn. Do I feel pressure playing Red Prison now after your 5-0 streaks? No. It just makes sense to me. Counter target spell. Do we draw a card here? They have 6 mana. What if I counter in return? It's probably counter draw. Counter draw and then Scalding Tarn, fetch, put Cryptic back on top. What's the follow up here? Just another Worm Coil? That's fine. We kill artifacts. That's fine. Mystic Sanctuary picking Cryptic Command back up. And I have a Growth Spiral here, and then the Scalding Tarn with the Renin 6. Making things happen. Scalding Tarn. Lore. Scalding Tarn. One, two, three, and then 1, 2, 3 now. We go one more turn here, it looks like. Always can bounce. Mystic Sanctuary, put a Braid, counter something, draw the Abrade, shoot the Worm Coil, go up with the Renin 6. So going after Renin 6 here. I'm kind of tempted to try the Abrade here, but then I leave myself open. I think I'm going to let Renin 6 go here. I think Renin 6 is a bait to keep alive at this point. We have another one anyway. And my opponent's life total doesn't matter. We're going to eventually blow up or steal lands. I'd rather be able to Cryptic something that they play. Especially when I can Cryptic and counter and grab the Force of Negation if I want it. Like, this might be a perfect time to go ahead and do that. So Mystic Sanctuary, pick up the Force of Negation. I can actually Growth Spiral and do this. My opponent's got a lot of mana after, though. So it's probably just counter and draw. And I can always pitch the Growth Spiral or use the Growth Spiral. It's a trap. Might be. There's a Relic. Growth Spiral, I can counter with the Uro, because Uro's not as interesting here anymore. I'm going to allow this to resolve. Because I now have a Braid to take care of Wormcoil and a Karn I want to be playing. Opponent draws with this. They drew immediately. Kind of interesting. Opponent's got 7 mana here. Side 7's where they want to go. We'll counter this with Uro. Goodbye, Uro. We're doing things. We're doing something, that's for sure. Okay, so Karn can go get Worm Coil, Chalice, Bridge, Liquid Metal Coating. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't have quite 8 mana to do everything I would like to do. Let's go ahead and get the Karn down. Let's go get a Liquid Metal Coating. I could get Bridge here. Bridge might actually be safer. I want to get the Liquid Metal Coating to start taking them off of Tron. I'm gonna go get Bridge. Bridge seems safer here. I can always Liquid Metal Coating and then abrade the land, where the Bridge protects me from the Worm Coil, and I have to avoid a big Planeswalker right here. And if it's Ugin, so be it. I think it's Bridge. There's an extra tower here and an unknown card. Opponent's not playing anything, we're good. We can shut him off Tron if we want to. Alright, let's cycle Waterlogged Grove because we can get it with the Renin 6. New Karn's nice. Go get a Liquid Metal Coating. We can play Liquid Metal Coating. Hold on. Red, green, Renin 6. Pick up the Waterlogged Grove. Play our land for the turn. And then have a Liquid Metal Coating down as well. And then we have a Braid. And on their draw or upkeep, I'm going to shut off Forest here. So we need to dodge one more time here. Like, do I shut off Forest or do I just go for the Abrade here and give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana? It's probably worth just shutting off Tron here. Since I have the Abrade. If they unlock the Bridge here, so be it. But they didn't play a Tron land the last time. What green spell are we afraid of? Ancient Stirrings? Obviously. Oh, Forest. We did it. Okay. Misty Field. Does this list have another Mystic Sanctuary? Let's take a peek real briefly. It has 2 Mystic Sanctuaries. Okay. So let's draw. Let's fetch first to thin the list briefly. I can get like a Stomping Ground here. We'll shock in for max value. We're going to cycle our Waterlogged Grove. Drawing a card. Okay, Karn, I get it. Let's pick up Waterlogged Grove. Probably replay. Oh, I already played the Misty. That's right. Let's go ahead and get the power plant out here. And sideboard-wise, probably worth a Maze Mind Tome now, so we'll play new Karn. I could blow up my own Mystic and pick it up. I could. I'm gonna go get a Sorcerer's Spyglass here. That seems pretty safe. Put the Spyglass down and see what this last card is that they've been holding. And then I can just randomly pick a Planeswalker if they don't have one. So Ulamog is scary, but not that scary, and I think I just named Karn. But there you go. All right, we figure all the lines out there. There's Uro, there's Forest. Okay. So, I guess Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter in for a... Let's take a Field of the Dead out. That's respecting our opponent. Cool. Rat jam. Got the abrades, got the Ren and 6s, got the forces. Let's make it happen. We're trying to make it happen here. Look at this. This is great. All right, we keep this. We got the liquid metal coating. We got the abrades. We got this Field of Ruins. Let's get rid of this here. Looks like a fine hand to me. Power plant. Star. No worries so far. Triome, go. Gust is better than Bolt. I don't know about that. Build your own cleansing wildfire, exactly. Like, you're gonna say it because they have ancient stirrings and scrying, but I don't think it's worth bringing those in. I'd rather have something that does some damage. All right, ancient stirrings here. We've got the Urza's power plant. We have a Karn the Great Creator. That's a shame. That's a shame. Do we have another land? We have a mine. We're gonna play a relic. Okay. My opponent either has Tron or they don't, obviously. Let's do just a stomping ground and pass turn here. I can always do liquid metal and a braid. We have to see if the Karn is gonna show up and kill us though. Like, this is perfect. Damage is more important here on Karn than worrying about this stuff. Yeah, but we have to keep some of their planeswalkers in check here. My opponent does a relic here. Has a forest, so we're good here. Sylvan Scrying. All right, so they go get Tron. We can keep them off Tron, which is good. All right, Growth Spiral here. Play a Scalding Tarn. I'm gonna fetch with this and go get a Breeding Pool. Now I could do a Field of Ruin. So like Field of Ruin here seems appropriate with a follow-up either Growth Spiral, Ren and 6, or Liquid Metal Coating. They always have mine, so we're gonna kill mine. They always have it. Let's get a little more blue here. We're gonna play the Liquid Metal Coating down. Cool. All right. This is pretty good here. I know that Karn the Great Creator is going to show up at some point here. Just gonna hopefully have enough damage on my opponent by then. We'll see. We'll see. So we're gonna play Karn the Great Creator. Liquid Metal Coating's off for the moment. So if they downtick here, Ren and 6 downtick plus Bolt. Or sorry, just Bolt would work. You like the field plus Ren and 6? Oh gosh, they have Crucible now. Guess I have to braid that. Play Uro here. Need like a counter spell? We get to play Misty Rainforest in. I'm gonna pass a turn because I really want to braid this Crucible of Worlds. They're gonna have Tron very briefly. The hope is that we can get rid of that somehow. Basically, what I can do is Ren and 6 and Field. I think I see what you mean, Grayus. I should have had the Field of Ruin going here instead of what I'm doing here. Because I could have picked the field back up. This is a mistake on my point. We've really, when you go back and look at this league, if you were to replay this league, you'd see so many better lines than what I've taken here. And now if I would have had Ren and 6 out, they probably don't downtick here. They go get their own Liquid Metal Coating. Oh, okay. Let's see what we top deck. Oh, Relic's really good here. Relic's really good. All right, let's go ahead and destroy the Crucible. Let's start there. Let's fetch as well. Okay. Got a few hits here for something to deal with some of these here. Can't be a artifact removal though. Relic looks like it's going to be just popped here, and it is. You can always run in 6 down tick here, and then we can use liquid metal coating if we do get one of those artifact removals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So Ren in 6. Pick off the Karn here. It's a really fine draw right there. And I'm going to get rid of that mine again. It's a fine draw. Goodbye, mine. All right, we're making things happen. We may have really goofed up how we've done all of this, but give it to us. We're doing all right. We don't want Sylvan Scrying here. Gurginator. Just the list is just like, Fluffy, you can't make this look this bad. Hold on, let me help you. And I'm like, what do you mean, help me? Here's the perfect card. Stop screwing up the list. Oh. I know how to play with Karn. I know you do. Please. Please play with Karn. Alright, my opponent plays another tower here. Another Karn of their own. Shuts off our liquid metal coating. Looks like they're skipping, and they do. Alright. So I can ping, I can play Uro. I probably want to just lead with Uro here, right? He does have Crucible in Exile. Things get interesting here. I could Spyglass and shut off our Karns and just be like, all right, we're doing this. Let's do Uro first. Let's start there. I'm kind of tempted to shut off the Karns. Let's see what we draw first. Let's hold on. Let's take a draw first. Cryptic Command, huh? Cryptic Command. They fetched it with Karn, but it's sitting right here in exile. All right, we're gonna go get that Spyglass and shut off the Karns. The Cryptic Command makes me want to hang tight here. Hang tight. I'm not gonna risk Growth Spiral into this. All right, we have a couple more power plants. Definitely gonna name Karn the greatest of creators. So we have a couple power plants, which means they're gonna get a Worm Coil, which we can defend. We have an Ugin as well. Renin 6 needs to go somewhere. Probably just up. I wonder if there was an opportunity to go ahead and use the Waterlog Grove to draw one more and pick it up with a Renin 6 just to get one more deeper and use my mana the most efficiently possible. I think we might have missed a little bit of an edge there. Wow, good job picking the mine. I dodged it, didn't I? I dodged. Now they're not far away from Ugin, so things are about to get real messy here. All right, so we have the Cryptic Command, we got Growth Spiral, we got Force Negation here. Kind of know what's going on there. Keeping in mind that I can't do anything with my Karn now. We got the Force for Ugin, which makes me not want to use the Growth Spiral here. Let's go ahead and draw using Stomping Ground here. And pick it up with Renin 6 and just be happy with that draw. That's our draw with Growth Spiral, and it was cheaper. Yeah, Force and this are best buddies here. Yeah. Because I don't even care if they go after my Karn with the Worm Coil. I might even just take a hit here with the Worm Coil. Like, that's fine. Power plant played. 7 mana. I don't even have to necessarily pitch with the Growth Spiral because I could just cast it. Let's see what they want to do here. Can always bounce this if I'm bored with it. Okay, so they're going after my Karn. That's kind of like okay here. I think I'm just going to let that go. I have the Spyglass defended here. They go after my Karn, and I guess they get to activate their Liquid Metal Coating, but I'm not like that worried about that. Shutting off, what, Renin 6 or Waterlog Grove? That's totally fine. I guess they get a Sphere here as well. I still think this is fine. I'm able to draw just as well as they can. I'm not worried about this. All right, end step here. I'm going to Growth Spiral. Oops. Because I can put the Misty in. I guess, yeah, I can because you can put the Misty in. Let's use our mana really efficiently here and use the Waterlog Grove as well. We're just trying to fill up our graveyard for this Uro. Because I kind of just want to cast that. Get a breeding pool here. All right, Renin 6, they give me the opportunity to use this immediately, so I will get Waterlog Grove because that's our draw engine. Go ahead and use that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skydiver, huh? All right, who wants to steal a Worm Coil engine in a little bit? What about trying to steal an Ugin? Ugin might be a little bit much. We'll say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be at about 5-ish here. I don't really care if Renin 6 dies here now. There's a map. Map I kind of don't like to see here. They don't have land destruction because of Karn. And Karn's shut down right now. Map is sort of worrisome. I really want to steal this Worm Coil. I guess this doesn't matter that much. We'll let this happen. Counterbalance. Nah, we're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. They think they're good. Grayest punt. Look, they found their mine. They did it. They got the mine. Now they have infinite mana. Infinite. Ulamog is Ulamog's a lot. 10-10 Walking Ballista. Or 5-5. Undo. Attack with Worm Coil. Smart move. Good job. Attacks Renin 6. Fine. What do we got? Ulamog? It's probably Ulamog. They made so much mana. Okay, where are they going to exile? Spyglass and Liquid Metal Coating? Spyglass and a Triome. And I can counter this, right? This isn't like uncounterable. So counter, target spell, return, Karn the Great Creator. Because they're getting rid of Spyglass. And my land. So there. Okay. Top deck was a Scalding Tarn. We have a Force for Ugin or Karn. We have Uro. That needs to probably show up too. So let's go ahead and play Uro here. Green, green, blue. Green, green, blue, blue. Let's play Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have bounced the glass. I could have, but then they get a liquid metal coating and Karn activation on me, and I didn't want that to happen here. We're just trying to kind of re-ramp ourselves. Let's go ahead and fetch. Get a Mystic Sanctuary and put the Cryptic Command back on top. Seems fine. All right. I kind of like everything we just did there. Oh, hold on. Why don't we just steal a mine here? We're supposed to do that, right? Yeah. And then we have Force. I'm not thinking clearly. We caught it right at the end. Ho ho. Send the message, steal the mine. And we have the Ugin covered here with the Force of Negation Growth Spiral. This deck seems pretty sporty. It's kind of crazy. They had that other tower here. All right, they're going for the Ugin here, which we go ahead and counter by exiling the Growth Spiral. And then we're picking up a Cryptic Command. So we should be pretty good on that front. And my opponent's just not happy with us. We get there. Steal the mine. Our last play there and get there. Taking down Tron. That was cool. 2-0. I think that's sort of a punt to play Umag last turn. He should have waited on you to play Uro first. Maybe. I don't know. There's 1,000 lines there. All right, we'll keep this. Plenty of things to do. That death feels like a huge sigh, and I just don't want to play anymore. What? We just stole their mine. Hitting the mine and not the power plant won us the game. You're right. They finally didn't have 10 mines. That's a miracle in itself. Ooh. All right, Force of Negation looking good, and so does Skydiver. Put Breeding Pool in sideways. Go ahead, opponent. Oh, let's get him. How they conceded? Okay, I'm understanding. Caught a stream finally. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Simian Spirit Guide. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Recross the paths. I feel like I'm supposed to counter this, but I don't know which way to counter it. Steal the Belcher would be really funny, but usually my opponent will go off. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for watching. This is definitely a counter. I think I counter here and I utilize Growth Spiral to get to a faster Karn. Getting to a faster Karn feels like lights out. Yeah, Freedy's got it. Freedy and my brain are connected. It's strange, but they are. All right, upkeep. Opponent stopped thinking about life here. Pondering what just happened to their Recross the Paths in that Simian Spirit Guide. We're just going to main phase this because I'm all about that. Shenanigans. Mystic Sanctuary because it comes into play tapped. Pass the turn. We're just Simic. Math rules, you got it right. Whoa, Grenada, that's strange. All right, I'm gonna stand up. My leg's falling asleep, so we're gonna stand. We're gonna stand. My opponent puts in a tap land here. I'm not gonna put in a tap land. We're gonna slam down this and slam down Karn. Ba-boom! I'm gonna go get that liquid metal coating, then we're gonna really do some fun things to my opponent. Good luck, opponent. Hot leg action. I'm not afraid of bolt. Bolt me, opponent. Do it. No bolt. They can still do empty. What's empty? They can still do empty. By the way, it's really cool to have a red card in hand with no red mana. They can still do empty the Warrens? Oh, do they play a Storm card? Well, then I'll have to go get Bridge next. Hopefully that's in a few turns. Simian Spirit Guide. Uh-oh. We dead? They exile that and then go to main phase. Oh, and then they play one. Oh, they canceled. They JK'd. They just like, JK, I got this. Turn Timber. We get a new Karn, that great creator. We're going to play a liquid metal coating. We're going to get rid of some red mana here. Waterlogged Grove and pass the turn. Waterlogged Grove's probably going to be cycled here because I'm running out of things to do. You just bought a desk like this and it's a game changer. It is. I would agree 100%. It's very nice to be able to stand every now and then. My legs need a little bit of a stretch from time to time. Would recommend. Agadiums for my opponent. And after attacking Karn, find ourselves with a nice Abrade. More red. I guess we'll Uro here next. Trying to find red mana. Did I fix my back? It's doing a little bit better. I actually tweaked it the other day. It's all messed up. Draw a card, do the things, gain the life, win the game. That's what this card says. Last God, it definitely will probably help you. We're going to get rid of Agadiums here because I don't want them to have two colors. By the way, we have a couple Karns. Cool red cards? Thanks. Thanks. They are pretty cool. Oh, this gives me a good chance to stretch, though. They're not leaving the Karn lock so soon. They're attacking down this Karn thinking they've got a chance here. If I get a Braid, I want to blow this up. If I get a Skydiver, I can kick and steal Simian Spirit Guide. That'd be hilarious. I might do it. I might do it. More lands. So many lands. Oh, I found the red mana. I did it. I found the red mana. Ah. Shock. What are we doing? Blowing up a land. That's what we're doing. They say hello. Bam, bam, bam. Deal 3 damage to creature. Bam. Green, green, blue, blue. All that's available. Bam, 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 bam. Arrows play. Green, blue, blue, green. Click, 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 click. Arrow. F6, F6, F6. Land, land, land. Good luck. That explained that turn very well. Everyone got an education right there. Welcome to the teaching stream. That's how you win. It made perfect sense. Aether Gust seems pretty good here. And Spyglass. Bolt's out. This is definitely a bolt out matchup. And honestly, I don't like the idea of shenanigans here. So we're going to take that out. You feel dumber just listening to that? Oh no. That late in the game, they're all probably like, red? Red? What? Red? That sound could be a TikTok video. What sound? I am not a TikTok video, if that's what you're implying. I may be animated and very strange, and you all seem to watch me for some reason. But I am not a TikTok video. I am a person. I am a person with feelings. All right. Probability of drawing green now. Let's just completely sideboard out green and play blue-red now. Probability of this working, minimum. Would be funny. You got that radio voice. Smooth and soothing. I'm going to ask my wife that. If I get back before she falls asleep, I'll be like, do I have a smooth and soothing voice? She'll probably be like, nope. Good night. Oh. I kind of want to mulligan this. I just don't see what this is doing for me. Granted, I think I just need force and negation or something. Let's mulligan this. Okay, this is much better. We'll keep this. Probably get rid of Karn. Maybe Cryptic. I guess if I get rid of Karn, we're in okay shape here. Cool. All right, we'll get rid of Cryptic. Who wants to play triple blue cards anyway? All right, idea here is liquid metal coating steel land. We did this once. We want to do it again. This is the goal of the stream. My opponent mulliganed as well, so it gives us a chance here, right? A small chance. Ooh, field. Oh. Fetching for F6 value, Triome into play. Go ahead, opponents. The Cryptic might be hard to cast. We have 27 lands. We'll get there. It's the dream ramp. All right, they get another land here. I'm going to keep fetching. I can pretty much fetch and shock all the time. I'm really not too worried here. Liquid metal coating into play. I have the Thieving Skydiver along with a Field of Ruin as ways that I can kind of shut down what they're doing. We'll see if they have to recross the paths here. They don't have red, which is kind of an interesting little bit. If they were to recross the paths, we would use Field of Ruin to shuffle. Depending on what they do here, we might be just dead. Pyretic into Charbelcher. Spyglass off the top. I brought it in. I didn't ask for that. It's pretty good. I am a land destruction out of artifact deck. We'll do it. Boom. Do you have counter magic? That was deserved. The other line I could have done is blown up a land with a field. Or just taken a land and hope they didn't have the next one, but that's probably a low probability. I would be willing to bet most cases they'll have that land. So I think going for that line is better. They're negating anyway. All right, let's keep this hand. This is cool. This is fun. Turn 2 Spyglass. We're keeping it because of Spyglass. That's the only reason. If they blow it up, we hit this button, we move to match 4. Don't keep 2 landers. All right. Spyglass. Say okay. Goblin Charbelcher. Ta-da! What do we have here? We have Turn Timbers, we have Iron Crag Feet, Simians, and Recross the Paths. Oh, Vexing. Won't Spyglass turn off our Belcher? It's a strategy. Symmetric. Big question is, does my opponent have a way to deal with this? We'll see. Turn Timber is played. They do shock this in. I'm expecting Simian and a Recross the Paths. Field would be fantastic here to get this to reshuffle. Vexing is their choice. Interesting. This little dude can't be countered. Definitely playing Renin 6 and using Misty Rainforest to get more. Ooh. Ooh. Should I just play this? I get what, Steam Vents here? Should I just play that? Play Uro. Ta-da! I'm so sad that that trumped what I was going to be doing with one of these. Oh my gosh, I had to land too. Fetching here. Obvious Triome. Go ahead, opponent. That was champion plays right there. So I assume they kill you in response to Pack Trigger there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't let it go through, but basically Pack Trigger in response. They fire at me like craziness, and then I die. That's how it happens. Recrosses the paths. All right. Do they have something that kills here? Nature's Claim is what they have for the Spyglass. Okay. No, I'd second Spyglass a Charbelcher again if I had it. Best draw for us is Karn the Great Creator, probably. I see Goblin Charbelcher here too. I don't see an empty. All right, so my opponent can win here. Next turn, I need a way to interact with my opponent that prevents this win. I have the Cryptic command, so we'll probably just have to do that and see what happens. But this is here, so, you know. Was there an empty in there? First column. There it is. All right, I see it. There's so many red cards. So many red cards there. I could attempt to bounce the red source as well. That's an option. Could be an option here. I would be willing to bet they have a Manamorphose in hand, but I could see this. I could see this. What was Reforge read? Yeah, no, the 0 mana is not activated. It is the cost of Pact of Negation. We may go ahead and just do the bounce because they can always Vexing. Because Reforge on Miracle is 2. So the Vexing prevents the Cryptic. So the bounce is probably reasonable. Field would be great. I could field the red source as well. And I didn't see a basic mountain anywhere. No, I don't see a basic mountain. Lots of options. Probably the bounce is the best idea, though. We could even do that and potentially, like, upkeep step. My opponent's putting things on the bottom. They're clicking away. Once you put the cards you want on the bottom, and if you don't care about the rest of everything, you could put them all on the bottom. But this is a perfect chance for you to stack everything you want, so. All right, we have a Thieving Skydiver on top. We actually kind of like this idea. Not that we're going to do this immediately, but we could do this as a follow-up. So, like, this is bounce and draw a card underneath the Thieving Skydiver. And then if we get to that next land drop, we can Liquid Metal Coating. Recross only works because they don't have lands in their list. All right, I'm just going to do this now to return and draw a card, because I think this is our only out. My hand might get wheeled. We don't know that yet. We'll see. It's a good draw. That's a fantastic draw. I'll take it all the time. Now I'm glad that we kept the Skydiver. We have a blue card to pitch. We didn't hit the land, so Skydiver's not as interesting. The question is, can they even pay for this? They don't have red currently. They go Simian Spirit Guide here. So they do Reforge. What's interesting here is the target spell can't be countered. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, other than I can burn them on mana here. And if I burn them on mana, then we'll wheel. So it's probably okay to just do force now, because if they get to do this, they probably have plenty of things, and I lose my force. They'll just Vexing here. They had to use a Simian Spirit Guide, so we're testing what kind of mana they might have here. Okay. Can't be countered. I guess I shouldn't F6 in case we get another force here. We have a second one. Oh, we do. Okay. They still have a Vexing Shusher that they can use one more time here. I'm just top decking them like champions. Aether Gust is not a bad one to pick up here either. Simian Spirit Guide. Desperate Ritual. We could force this before they get to use their Vexing Shusher here. If I force this, I could then use Aether Gust to bounce Vexing Shusher. What does that buy me? I don't know. I feel like if there's a time to use force, it would be probably right here. Force and just pitch the Growth Spiral here, keeping ourselves in Aether Gust, which actually gets around Vexing Shusher because it's just target spell is basically returned. So we stop the Desperate Ritual. I think we've avoided the crazy that happened here. They have used 3 Simian Spirit Guides. Okay, so I could do Uro here. I can do Uro and put these two into play. And then I can bounce something, which is fine. Blue, blue, green, green. This seems all right. All right, Uro down. Land, land, go. Thieving Skydiver doesn't steal anything at the moment. Got an Aether Gust ready. Left myself Misty, Cryptic, and Force, because then I can use Ren and 6 possibly. All right, we're making things happen. Manamorphose. Go again. They put Manamorphose on top of their library. We know this is the exact same turn coming up. So I can use Ren and 6, Misty, pick up Aether Gust again. Oh, never mind. I drew the card. It's awkward. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Aether Gust because we can just repeat the turn there. We'll attack. Put the Field of Dead down. Okay. Let's take a draw here off Waterlog Grove. Let's go ahead and put down a Ren and 6 here. We'll put Waterlog Grove back to hand. Whoa, that was weird. And go. We have lethal now, Alas God, with 2 Ren and 6 down ticks on Vexing Shusher, and we're just repeating the turn. If they couldn't do anything last time, they're not going to do anything this time. The Aether Gust feels safe in case they have Simian Spirit Guide to counteract Cryptic or Force a Negation with Vexing Shusher. At least that's like what we see. They obviously know that this is what I'm going to do again. They think they're okay here, and they're not. This shouldn't change anything here. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Shouldn't change anything because they didn't do anything last time. Because 2 Ren and 6 kills this plus the zombie and the Ren and Uro. We're good. A Braid killing Vexing Shusher. We would redraw with Warlog Grove as well and hit Karn, which isn't bad. We got there. Now here's the question. Is Thieving Skydiver, Abrades, and the Liquid Metal Coating the build around here? Or is it really just Uro, Cryptic Force? Here, let me shove in some Ponza-like things here, because why not? I would make an argument that it's a build around of Uro, unfortunately. And I'll say that because we did a build around of Zur's Weirding. And Zur's Weirding is playable with Uro. Just saying. You can find that on YouTube. Fluffy Wolf 2, Zur's Weirding should find the YouTube video. Or someone here would be happy to probably post it in chat. It's a weird time. It's a weird time. All right, let's find match 4 here. Currently 2-1. No Uro. Bob Roth. No Uro. There we go. Grayus found it. Grayus on that. Procrastinating, getting to be the mod of the year. Mod of the year. Match 4. Let's go. Let's go for match 4. One thing that is nice about the list is it does seem to move along a little bit more than some of the other lists that I've run into. All right, 1 lander, 27 lands, and still finding 1 land. We'll mulligan this. All right. So we're going to start here with Cryptic Command, Renin 6 Abrades here. Seems pretty standard things. We got Hallowed Fountain across from us. Looks like it's going to be Control versus us. How much do we want to bet Renin 6 is getting countered here? We'll start with our own Triome. Bant. Might be the mirror matchup. We'll go get a Breeding Pool now. And we're going to see if we can resolve a Renin 6. If we can, we'll start picking our lands back up. Renin 6 does resolve. We'll pick up a Scalding Tarn here and pass the turn back. All right. That's what we're doing. Could be Stoneblade. Could be a lot of things now. Ooh. The chosen type is Giant. I see. We are no longer friends, opponent. We are no longer friends. All right, let's go ahead and deal 1 to Dryad and go ahead and braid the Dryad. Need to get this out of the way. We'll probably be looking to field the Cavern in the future here. Until then, though, onward we go. Get the Steam Vents. That'll be probably the last land that I get of red colors here. So we can't counter anything at the moment because of the Cavern of Souls, and we'll fix that soon, albeit not immediate. Opponent makes Sultai and plays their own Uro. This is the Giant that they want. That's the Giant we want. I want to steal this Cavern. Maybe I can get lucky soon and steal it. That's a lot of mana. Oh, I'm so close to stealing it. Well, I'm not going to counter anything currently, so let's go after the Cavern. We'll get blue mana. I'm actually going to pick up the Field of Ruin again. I know that's getting them closer to Uro, but I'm kind of okay with that. What if we get Liquid Metal Coating and get to just steal Uro? Hammer Time is funny with the Thief, though I think we lost to it, if I remember. Opponent fixes their mana like crazy here. It looks like we're just 4-color money pile. So if we see an Omnath here, we're going to be very disappointed with ourselves. They do play a land prior to playing their card, though, so I think it's just going to be maybe like Uro here. You think it's 5-color, not 4? Oh, there's black here. Oh, it's 7-color. Oh my gosh. 7-color Uro. It's crazy. All right, they get Uro down first before us. Dang. That's brutal. Temple Garden played here. 3 cards remaining for our opponent. There's our own Field of the Dead. We're not there yet. Let's go ahead and nail the black mana here. Since I can take them off black, we can take them off red next. Maybe it's just smarter to take them off of the red, but I have a feeling they have a basic mountain. I would, at least. I'm not worried about countering anything. It's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Snow Uro. All right, bye Renin 6. It's nice having you here. Opponent draws a card. Field of the Dead. We're falling really far behind here. Ironically, we can destroy lands. Field of the Dead, Flooded Strand. Two, 3. So do I take their field, right? That's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite at 7. I want to take their field, right? I don't want to try to do anything with Cryptic Command. They're going to just counter this, right? Well, Liquid Metal Coating here and then 3, so it's 5 mana. It's not really land destruction, it's more like land steal. I mean, my opponent's got so much mana. Maybe they have Path. Let's just try to run this out, and then I can see if I need a Field of Ruin. I have not played a land drop yet. Because I'm going to play Scalding Tarn if this resolves. I mean, it's pretty obvious what we're doing here. Cast with Kicker. Does it resolve? Please be just Path or something. No, no. What are you doing? Stop it. Yeah, then we play Scalding Tarn. They get another zombie. Maybe that's all they're doing. Maybe this is it. Oh, I just stole it. Scalding Tarn. Dun dun dun. Have a zombie. I'm gonna wait to fetch this so that I get more zombies. We did it. We stole it. Oh my gosh, this is so much damage. All right, I'm still gonna block everything here. There's a blast zone, that's kind of scary. Okay, defending. Can we bounce and do it again? We could have, but what am I gonna steal, really? Oh. Oh no. Steal that. Oh no. Stop. They got a new Field of the Dead. Now I want it back. Urow's 3 mana. We could have stolen that too, yeah. Alright, this is a Field of the Dead turn here. And we're gonna yield to all this goodness. We're gonna go get a Mystic Sanctuary here. Do all this. Mystic Sanctuary is gonna pick up the Abrade. And I think I'm gonna tap the team and pick that Abrade up. That's what we're gonna do. Just tap the team, pick the Abrade up. Maybe I get to Abrade something. Tap and draw. Nice. I could Abrade the Field of the Dead. I have the Field of Ruins, though. I think I need to Abrade, like, Primeval Titan. I don't want to go after Uro. So, Primeval Titan, we're going to Abrade you. Go away. Go away. Destroy Artifact. Primeval Titan, the Artifact. The Artifact Titan. Oh, now you have a counter? Oh, they have Mana Leak. I'm sitting here thinking they're just like super ramp craziness. Ghost Quarters, one of my fields. Get a land here. Lightning Bolt. Field of Ruin. Let's go ahead and kill their Field of Ruin here. Continuing to get our lands here, making more zombies. Pass turn. We have enough zombies to kill some stuff. I don't know what this is going to do for me, though. They did not put Blast Zone up to 2. My opponent goes immediately to combat here. Get some items with Uro and Primeval Titan. It's funny because if they draw an extra Field of the Dead, they can just put it into play because of Uro. I think I would have tried to do Uro after, because if they have more Field of the Deads, they're just going to get those and then play Uro and play the land. We seem to be semi-safe here. 1, 2, 3. Let's throw a fourth one here. And then 1, 2, 3. That's lethal. Let's do it this way. Whoops. Gotta block Uro here. Hope they don't have a spot removal here. And if they do, I can still bolt maybe the Primeval Titan. So they path us. This is fine-ish. Field trigger. Resolve damage. Down to 4. Oh my gosh. What are you doing now, opponent? Make 6 mana, make new Titan. I'm gonna bolt this Titan. Skydiver, I steal your Titan. Is that what we're doing now? KC, welcome back. 4 months. How's it going, KC? What are you up to? So my opponent only has 2 Field of the Deads. We find an Abrade. So turn Primeval Titan into an artifact and shoot it. And then I can play a Mystic Sanctuary to put a Cryptic command on top. We can tap down and I make another creature here. And I can chump block. I could also try to Abrade the Uro, but it just comes back. So I think the Cryptic command's fine here. Got a couple zombies, go ahead. You're here, I swear. It's all good. You made it. All right, combat. We're going to 2 now. We're now trying to avoid what appears to be a Dryad. Oh gosh, it's Dryad. We're dead. Called it. It's a Dryad. Off the top. Oh, they didn't have a land. They didn't have a land. We're alive. We're alive. All right, Field of the Dead. Do we think they have another basic? I'm so scared. Does this matter? You think Field kills me? I might bounce in I can bounce in response. I'm gonna bounce in response if this is a problem. Blast Stone's maybe better to kill. I haven't decided yet. We don't have anything. Oh, alright, that didn't benefit me at all. Now do they have the land? Oh gosh. Oh, they don't have the land. We doing it. I don't know what I'm doing though. It's gonna be tap bounce or something. Resolves. No fear. No fear. Oh, it's a Valakut trigger. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We return. Tap and return and tap all creatures. So return this, tap all the creatures. Where is this getting me? I don't know. Whoa, what are we doing? Mana leak. All right, I can pay for that. Oh my gosh, you have 2 mana leaks in hand? Oh my gosh. Flooded Strand. You would have killed me already. The slowest of rolls. Slowest of rolls. All right, Aether Gust, get in here. Ghost Quarter as well. Why mana? Exactly. Why mana leak at all? I had one card in hand. Bolt doesn't seem good. I think it's Aether Gust and just bring the land in and replace like a Scalding Tarn or something. Am I destroying them as intended? I'm trying. It's not really working. Let's play first. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, this is my opponent is probably better suited to kill us than we are to kill them. When you come into something that's somewhat a mirror match, you really have to lean on your list. It has to be something super special to really make a difference here. Yeah, exactly. We're a version of the mirror, and my opponent's just going to be better at that. Apparently, though, we can just top deck Uro and start doing things. Mana leak, sure. That's fine. Gets a counter out of hand. I'm good with that. It is a bit of an interesting list, that's for sure. It's doing things. What kind of things? I don't know, but it's doing things. Both the Grixis and the Temur one are interesting. I actually am starting to like the Grixis one a little more. All right, Dryad played. We got the Hallowed Fountains, all that good stuff going for our opponent. I think it's just liquid metal coating time off the Karn. See where we can go from there. Let's go ahead and shock in a breeding pool. Go get that liquid metal coating. I am risking a little bit here, as my opponent can and may interact with me without my cryptic command up. We'll see what happens. How'd you get an adjustable desk too? Where'd you get yours? Uplift desk? I think you have to Google it because I don't know if they're. Don't do uplift.com. It's up. Let me just get it. Uplift desk. Yeah, it's just upliftdesk.com. This is where I got it. All right, what are they doing? They played Uro. They're doing this. They're attacking me with Dryad. They're doing their things. Doing their things here. Okay. So we play land here. We put a liquid metal coating down and see if they counter this. They remand it. So awkward. Well, I'll go ahead and get rid of something here. Not going to worry about the cavern at the moment because I can steal the cavern. Valakut has been found for my opponent. It's pretty good with this Dryad. Not much Cryptic would have done there. Karn is gone. My opponent plays another land here. Triome comes into play tapped and does an additional 3 to us. We top deck a new Karn. I could attempt to steal Dryad. The only problem with stealing the Dryad here is my opponent has probably a counter spell. How do we feel about that? Do we want to try to steal the Dryad? I could also try to steal like the Valakut here. Shock in and Thieving would play around a mana leak. If I steal Dryad, then a top deck like Titan's not as scary. Valakut's probably more likely to work. I can always Abrade the Dryad as well in the future. Let's play our land, shock in. Let's go ahead and attempt to steal the Valakut here. This does keep me off Cryptic Command again, which is maybe awkward. There's these awkward moments where you've got to like, Cryptic Command is just so expensive. What is this? Oh, opponent's like, well, I have Cryptic Command. Well, fine. You know what? I don't want you to have Valakut. It's dead. Get it out of here. I'm so frustrated. We tried. We were going to try to slowly assemble it. We steal or kill their Valakut because just land drops here kill us. And with an Uro in the yard, it's very likely they'll find those. Looks like they're going to be playing Uro out of the yard here to get an extra draw. I have a Karn to follow this up with, but that doesn't do a whole lot for us. If I top deck a land, I could Karn Bridge, which is an option. We do need to get rid of this Dryad, though. My opponent's just going to shoot us down with Valakut triggers. All right, Uro's coming down. Gain some life. That's what they do. Castle. All right. Windswept. All right. What else? What else? Jace. Sweet. They put it on top. I'm hoping it's a land. Could it be a land for me? Thanks. Land. That's terrifying. Land. Oh, it's a land. Thank you. One, two, three, four. I don't really like putting that on top. We'll see what happens here, though. Karn down tick. We're going to go get bridge here. We're going to play bridge, and then at their upkeep, we are going to hope that I can get rid of the Jace here by making sure they can't get rid of that Abrade. So they have a draw here, and then I can turn that into an artifact, Abrade it, and Cryptic. Won't matter. Valakut kills Karn. Jace upticks, gets rid of that. Nice Valakut. I don't have a good way to get rid of this now. Oh my gosh, they have Titan. Oh my gosh, I'm done. I just get ended. Oh, they had lethal, they had everything. They're just like showing off. We get killed. They had it all. It didn't matter. It didn't matter, they had it all. It does make us 2-2 though. I got one last one here to see if we can scoop up a 3-2. Let's go. Let's not hit the mirror match. The mirror match seems difficult. Seems very, very difficult. Real quick, while we're getting this final match here, thank you for watching. Many of you have joined us and are helping us get to those averages we need to make our next goal happen. So thank you. We do stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you've enjoyed, consider hitting the follow button or finding our YouTube content. You can do !YT, and that'll give you the YouTube link, or you can search for Lovely Wolf too. Let's see how we do in this final and fifth match here. I'm hoping that we can get a win. It'd be nice to end on a 3-2 for sure. The last opponent's deck is everything I despise about Modern. Well, I just got to go play Red Prison again. But we decided to do non-Red Prison tonight. Maybe we'll be back on that on Wednesday. My opponent is Sleeping Wolf, and I am Fluffy Wolf. Well, I've been told, why don't you play Liquid Metal Coating and Shenanigans? Let's answer that today. Shall we? Seems like an appropriate thing to answer. Go ahead, opponent. Turn 3. Begin the destruction. Unless they make us discard. Cool. All right, well, that answer will not happen today. Takes my Liquid Metal Coating. We'll never know if you should do that combination of things. Grab a trial. Liquid metal off the top. Dang it. All right, field in because it goes into place sideways. Go ahead. We have our one of snow-covered mountain, making our hand a little bit awkward with the Uros and the cryptics. They failed us. Creeping tar pit for my opponent. Can you imagine if we started blowing up the lands here? Can you imagine? Green source, blue source. Well, it kind of gets us there. Just a turn later. I'll accept it. Don't force me. Thank you. Oh, our opponent's a fan. We gotta respond to the fan. We gotta respond. We just said thanks for watching. What's up, Sleeping Wolf? You may be in a YouTube video. Depends. If I win, yes. If I lose, no one ever saw anything. Watery Grave for my opponent, getting their third land into play tapped. My opponent's completely and happily fine with playing tap lands here. Uh-oh, we're casting something. Oh, Bitter Blossom, I see. Good luck, opponent. All right, let's go ahead and fetch here. Probably can go ahead and shock in a breeding pool. It seems pretty fair. We'll go ahead and also pick up the Misty Rainforest before we begin our Uros. Uro number 1. Dun dun dun. Zeusaluz, thank you for the follow. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Renin 6 plus Uro is just ridiculous, by the way. Gaining that life, constantly hitting your land drops and ramping. Could be fairies, it could be ninjas, we don't know yet. Big questions to be had. Could be anything. Ooh, that's a cool island. Islands. Very shiny. Could be rogues, it could be anything. We'll get another breeding pool here. We have plenty of red. We are playing liquid metal. There's one down here. It's been pitched. Or taken, rather. Oh, we're doing something. Oh, I love it. How do we want to play against a misbind here? Want to counter this and bounce the fairy rogue? Do I want to get rid of the Bitter Blossom? I guess I can let this... I don't know if I want to let this ETB. I think I want to draw an extra card here. Just counter and draw. How's this matchup going so far? They kind of took things that I wanted to do from me, and it was really rude. I almost don't want to pick up the Misty Rainforest. I think I'm just going to shoot this rogue here so they don't get some weird ninja. And I'll play a land and make it look like I have Mana Leak open. We can always exile one of these Uros. We've got a couple of those. Bitter Blossom trigger. They're sneaky little fairies. Sneaky. Stealing things. All right, fairy. Got a long way to go here. There's an extra Mutavault and we have a creeping tar pit. Be interesting what we do here. I do like to see a good missed buying click. It's been a while since I've seen that card. It feels bad when you get that. We've got an upkeep stop again. My opponent does not interact with us in a way that I'm worried about. Let's go ahead and play an Uro here. I think this is actually, let's go ahead and kill Fairy. Let's start there. Let's then play an Uro and see what else we find here. We have a Force right now. It's so awkward to counter an Uro. I don't see my opponent doing that. But maybe they will. This coming turn, it's their chance to boot up Creeping Tar Pit and hit Ren in 6. So instead of allowing them to draw here, I want to be the one that draws. I could cast this. I think I want to. Let's give it a shot here. It's just a hard cast, and I have a follow-up Uro later. We're getting this Uro in, and I get to draw, not my opponent. Feels like we're winning the race here. We put a Steam Vents in. Not Shocked. Scalding Tarn. Make zombies. This card, I think it should be banned. But anyway. Cool. All right, we're good to go here. It's really interesting because Bitter Blossom's painful, where for us, Field of the Dead is not painful. Well, now I have to take damage with my Scalding Tarn here. I'm going to go to Mystic Sanctuary here to pick up a Cryptic Command for the future. I'm doing this for F6 value. Don't do this if you're playing Magic. I want to chat with you all and check out what's going on in the chat. Looks free when you've got a Spell Stutter rotting in your hand. They might have Spell Stutter, who knows? Alright, my opponent's creatures, though, they do fly. I'm expecting Creeping Tar Pit to be booted up here and Ren in 6 to disappear. That's okay, because really we just want to be playing Uro out of the yard. So this is totally fine. We want this. Give me this. Plays a Flooded Strand. Fetching. Basic Island. And another Bitter Blossom. So we're going to have 2 Bitter Blossoms to fight through. We get the Cryptic, which is what we knew was there. Green, green, blue, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little Uro here. Draw a card, gain life, all the good stuff. Mystic Sanctuary. Let's go ahead and pick up that Force Negation. And now I have Cryptic online as well. We can attack with this zombie. Looking pretty good. This is just brutal. I mean, how do you even come back to with this? I feel like every time that I have just a land, which would be a land would be breathing room for my opponent to have an opportunity to come back in a matchup that they're getting drowned in. Kind of like that, oh, he missed something. We get to play. And I don't, Field doesn't let you do that. Did my opponent lose something yet? I don't think they've revolted yet. Oops. Mystic Sanctuary to pick up something here. This doesn't look very good for them. Reminder, opponent has 2 copies of card that used to be banned in play. Bitter Blossom was. What was the other one? Was Creeping Tar Pit banned? I don't remember. Grace. We're just teaching everyone a cool lesson. Are we attacking with Creeping Tar Pit? Oh boy. Go get him. I'm not even going to Cryptic Command. There's very little reason to do that. Alright, Uro. Draw a new card. It's so funny that I wouldn't mind getting a land here, and I think that's the wrong design choice. Combat. Swing with the team. Whoosh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 300. Got it. It just takes over the game. Just sends them to death. Oh, you mean both Bitter Blossoms. Gotcha. All right, pair of Veils are coming in here. Lightning Bolts are taken out. And we'll go. Lightning Bolts are really only going to hit a few of the fairies. I'm not so worried about the fairies, actually. And because it's spot removal, I don't like it against a Bitter Blossom. We have Uro. We're just going to gain a bunch of life and counter the couple things that are important. Realistically, I would actually just wouldn't mind having my own Bitter Blossom. So we'll see if we can make that a thing this game. Steal the Bitter Blossom. That'd be sweet. Steal the Bitter Blossom. Mine. I make the fairies. I am the Fairy King now. Let's go. I feel really bad that I'm playing Uro. I feel like you can play against it, but you have to play very specific things. And it's definitely got like this whole chokehold thing on it, but I don't think Uro is unbeatable. I think Field of the Dead is unbeatable. That to me is the troublesome card. And it goes back to what I was saying about having that breathing room. If your opponent draws a land, you should have some breathing room there. And you really just don't. All right, we're going to try this again. Get that liquid metal coating. We're going to find that shenanigans. It's going to be in the top 2 cards. Let's go. Let's make it happen. If they try the Thoughtseize here, I'm going to force it. We're keeping this liquid metal coating this time. And we draw our 1 of Bolt. Nice. I would agree with you, Idle Clouds. I think Uro's, it's definitely rough. Definitely rough. But I really genuinely think that... Oh, I didn't fetch. Oh, I drew the Triumph too. It's awful. I'm falling apart, not paying attention. Oh, we're going to be so slow here. It's going to be great. Let's see if we can come back from our misstep. Our blunder, as chess would say. Decks shouldn't be able to grind that much, and faster decks like Titans should be punished if they decide to go for the combo and lose. I think I would have liked to see Field of Dead as one of these, when it entered, check lands and then do that, but not like every time a land comes into play. That would be kind of interesting to see where that would send you. Viking, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Bringing in the sub count. I don't think we've ever had that many Boros fist bumps. Excuse me. Wow, my bolt is going to be valuable. They're scared of me stealing stuff. You get to join our Discord, by the way. Any of the subs. We have a sub-only Discord. I go in there and I chat from time to time. We're getting better about using that for chatting, so it's your jam. Nothing too crazy extra in there. But for those that do have that, you get to hang out with me from time to time. Maybe we can make it into like a hangout thing from a little more often. Who knows? All right, opponent's got all kinds of mana here. I think it's just probably just jam out the Uro here. You know what? I'm gonna hold because I have 2 growth spirals. I want to throw 1 growth spiral away here. Maniac Kegs, thank you for the sub as well. We're up to 4. What's going on? Why are you all throwing money at me? Thank you so much. It's crazy. Today has been fantastic. It was a very medium day at work, and you all have very much improved it. Thank you so much for the support. And welcome. Hit that Discord link up. That was a follow into Prime sub. That would have been really awkward if you Prime subbed and then followed. But it would have been crazy too. All right, my opponent's passing back the turn, having done nothing but take a draw. I'm going to go ahead and Growth Spiral here to see if I can hit a land that would allow me Growth Spiral number 2. But if not, Field of the Dead seems fine. All right, we're just fielding. Just fielding. Bummer. Mystic Sanctuary, huh? Let's play Mystic Sanctuary here to pick up the Growth Spiral. I'm tempted to pick it up, but I don't think I need to because I'm going to just slap down a Uro here. And then we have Force Negation or Growth Spiral at the end step. This seems like a fine thing to just go ahead and throw out here. Now, my opponent might have a Surgical, which could be problematic for us because Uro is one of our ways of winning, but got to take that line sometimes. You watched a bunch of your YouTube videos, finally caught you live, and subscribe. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching. Consider sharing our YouTube as well. It helps us grow. It's one of the ways that we're trying to grow here in 2021. What are some of your favorites? Hopefully I've responded to a comment of yours. Extra Liquid Metal Coating. We'll wait to play that. I know sometimes the time zone in which we play is not conducive to everybody around the world. That's why we play and put up our YouTube videos so early in the morning for folks. So hopefully it benefits you all. All right, we've missed a few land drops from my opponent. We're kind of taking away the game from them. They decide to do a Bitter Blossom here. I'm really tempted to just counter it. Let's try a Growth Spiral in response to this and then use Force. I don't even know if I want to counter the Bitter Blossom. Let's go for it. Who needs another Uro? This will get a counter if they have one out, and then I can play Karn uptick on like black mana and start going after what they have here with Bolt as an option. All right, countering this, it looks like. Drown in the Lock. Nice. Okay. So we have an active Bitter Blossom here. Definitely... I definitely want to just play the Karn. I could play the Liquid Metal Coat, or sorry, not Liquid Metal. I could play Uro here too. I think I like just playing Karn though, instead of trying to beat down with Uro this time. We'll just take them off some of the color mana they have here. Let's go ahead and just make a token here and rinse and repeat here. Let's get a Steam Vents, shock it in, do that. Gonna go ahead and play a new Liquid Metal Coating because I can now actually activate on their turn as well and shut them off of black. So now having 2 Liquid Metal Coatings is kind of interesting. This is something I don't normally have with Karn, but we can destroy a land and then on their turn take them off of another land. This is just like really brutal luck. Maybe I should be playing a second Liquid Metal Coating in Prison. This is crazy. All right, we have a Field of Ruin. I like that. Nice. We're gonna use it. Don't have double blue here, and they don't have black right now, so they can't even check my hand for what I have with, say, Inquisition Thoughtseize. There you go. There you go. It just doesn't seem fair with the Uro there. But hey, the Ponza elements and the liquid metal coating does get us there. We get a 3-2 overall and getting our play points back in a chest here. Temur Ponza. We played another one, Grixis Ponza, or we'll call them land destruction lists. Both sporting Uro, both doing things with Thieving Skydiver. Or no, the Grixis list did not have Uro. That's right, we didn't splash green for the hat. Both sporting Thieving Skydiver, liquid metal coatings. This one was using Uro. This Uro kind of puts it way over the top. To me, we've played 2 lists of this Thieving Skydiver. This one's definitely the better one, but it's not for the main game plan that you're hoping it would be. Liquid metal coating, abrade, shenanigans, all that good stuff. Shenanigans barely, if ever, came up, and I don't think it would have mattered, even though we could have dredged it back with liquid metal coating. It's tough to say if that would have worked very well or not. We tried, didn't get there. Cryptics and Uro lock with Mystic Sanctuaries is a thing. Karn's just pretty good in the blue-green, red-green shell, so just kind of seems like a good include if you're not going to be that aggressive line. We did run into a very fast list with Burning Tree Emissaries and all that landfall trigger stuff. And so if they're fast enough, they get under a list like this because we're kind of, I don't want to say dirtling around, but we're taking a second or two to set ourselves up. But you run into an Uro, 1 or 2, and you're good to go. It's a sweet list, though. I still don't think liquid metal coating is a very good build around. I think this deck is being held up by Uros and cryptic commands. I think that the Thieving Skydiver is a cool way to steal maybe a land, but I almost would prefer to see this as like an alternate from the sideboard do something. Or it is a merfolk, so you could play it in a merfolk list where you're trying to counteract Aether Vials or other artifact decks. And I think that might be Skydiver's best place. Maybe in some other blue control shell, possibly. But for these lists with the liquid metal coating Uros and then Ponza lists and other things, I think you just streamline your list. You play it as is. Don't worry about the liquid metal coatings. Leave it to Karn. Leave it to the sideboard. But there you go. It's the Ponza stuff here in Modern.